Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. Elephant Man _ podcast is on IG, YouTube, and on Facebook is / Elephant Man. Shabbat Shalom to my people. What's going on, whether you joining us via live or whether you join us on the replay. It's all good. I love the replay because sometimes it be a lot going on, and sometimes you got to catch the replay, right? Or it might be two shows going on at the same time, and you want to see both of them. You can't physically be in two places at the same time. Shalom, shalom, blessings to you all. Judean Warrior, shalom, shalom, blessings to you. Ninja Firewolf, shalom, shalom, blessings to you. You love Yah, salama, salama, blessings to you, blessings to you. D. Wimberly, salama, blessings to you. John Smith, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Rachel S., blessings, blessings to you, blessings to you. All right, it went up some. Hey, what's going on with my thing? All right, so this one I just put on all of them, right? You can stream y'all. You can put them on multiple ones. So if you're responding from the Facebook page, just put your name in there because it's going to be like ambiguous. We don't know who it is, right? It's like the claw on Inspector Gadget. You never see his face. You only see that claw. For those who know what Inspector Gadget is, I'm dating myself. Peace and blessings, DK. Shalom, shalom. Kathleen, blessings to you. Shalom, Shabbat shalom. Rest. There's a rest for the people of God. You gotta rest. You gotta relax. Rest. Selah. Bring it together. All right. So I got this little show right here going on, and we're gonna talk about gross darkness. And man, let me tell you, woo, man, they got hit up pretty bad overseas, man. It's a shortage. I don't know if it's a manufacturer shortage or if it's really or if they really down bad over there. Because you gotta question everything. Go see the movie, not cart. Go see the movie, not the cartoon. Oh, yeah, the cartoon. He only have his hand in there. He only touching the cat and all of that, and then he be plotting on Inspector Gadget. But that's old school 80s cartoons. I'm dating myself. Octavius Brightwell, Shabbat Shalom. Blessings to you, blessings to you. Yeah, so like I said, you never know if it's manufactured or if it's like it's just that time, But I'm gonna show a few videos about lights out, man, overseas, Europe, as well as over in China. It's like lights out, man. It's real crazy. Putin told them to turn the pipe back on. Actually, Putin the one got. I told you he got 1/4 for the wheat, and he got 1/4 for the wheat, and he got pipelines running to Europe. So it's kind of like, hey man, y'all turn off my Netflix. I'm turning off y'all gas. Y'all remember when they say they gave Putin all them sanctions, man? They hit him up bad. They hit that man up bad. I was like, ooh, that's cray. And then turn around. Oh, what? Well, I'm sorry that came on. Ernest Higgins, Shabbat Shalom, blessings to you. Man, he said I got one better for y'all. So I don't know. I know people can't be this. I know people can't be this. I ain't gonna say dumb, but they gotta think it through. You hear them with sanctions and do all these different things to them, and he got a pipeline running to your backyard with the energy. And you hit him up, cancel his Netflix, cancel culture, the whole Russian people, because they doing Ukraine wrong, right? As y'all do true Israel wrong. No, I ain't gonna get into that but anyway, and he just said, forget it. I'm turning the gas off. Why you think he gonna play fair? Anyway, let's get into these videos, man. Putin tells you if you want gas, open Nord Stream 2. Yep. Cray, man. The news break. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. And there's been a lot going on. There's a lot of alliances too. You know what I'm saying? forming, but they always was together. But Putin meeting with China, right? You go to North Korea and they ain't really saying too much, but you know who they are. Iran, you know what I mean, and India, like we with y'all, man. You feel me? So it's crazy. Yeah, man, it's out. That's what I'm saying. It got to be by design. Because if you hit a hornet's nest and then the hornets come out and you be like, why y'all stinging me? Because you hit the nest, right? You must want to get stung. You agitating the thing. But anyway, let's go into this video real quick. Got 3 little quick videos. And then it reminds me of 2 different scriptures. I'm going to put the scriptures in there. Exodus 10, 19 through 27, and Isaiah 60, right? And so let's get right into this. Let me try to share it. And let's watch this one first. They short videos.
Stories from Europe. Its energy crisis is getting worse by the day. Electricity bills are soaring, gas reserves are depleting, and winter is coming. As the mercury dips, gas and oil consumption is going to pick up. But Europe does not have enough supplies. Russia is withholding them to gain an edge. So what is Europe doing to stave off the crisis? It is slashing energy consumption. Germany has switched off streetlights. France has banned illuminated billboards. Italy has extended the life of coal power plants. Spain has limited air conditioning at airports. Here's a report.
These images are from Berlin, the capital of Germany. Once illuminated with spotlights, today it's a desolate spectacle. The lights have been dimmed. The monuments have gone dark. This is Berlin trying to stave off the energy crisis, escape the troubling reality of depleting reserves. Before the war was started, 55% of Germany's energy supplies came from Russia. As of June 2022, the supplies had been reduced to a meager 26%. As winter approaches and the war intensifies, the supplies are expected to fall further. And Germany is yet to find a concrete alternative. So, to survive the dip in mercury and hold on to its gas reserves, Germany is undertaking a raft of measures. They include a ban on heating private swimming pools, a ban on heating at some public buildings, lowering the minimum office temperature to 19 degrees Celsius, and switching off most street lights. Same story in France. Declining gas supplies from Russia have led to a colossal spike in energy bills. The French government has unveiled a series of initiatives to tackle this. By October this year, French supermarkets will switch off illuminated billboards. Retail spaces will reduce lighting by 30%, and shops will lower temperatures to 17 degrees Celsius. In Italy, where elections are due in September, the authorities are treading carefully. Their energy savings plan includes steps like extending the life of coal plants, temporarily halting work at factories, and shortening heating hours at workplaces. In Spain, which is not as dependent on Russian energy supplies, the reserves are being safeguarded in case the war spills over. How are they doing this? By limiting air conditioning at airports and train stations, requiring shop doors to be closed when the AC is on, switching off lights on shop windows at night, and limiting heating at schools and hospitals. These 4 countries are not alone. They're joined by several others in reducing energy consumption, like Switzerland, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, the Netherlands, Austria, and Greece. All these countries have either lowered indoor temperatures, mandated the use of public transport, asked offices to lower thermostats, or dimmed lights to avoid blackouts. The measures have so far been uneven, but the urgency is growing as prices rise. By the time the winter arrives, they plan to cut gas consumption by 15%. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your...
Wow. So you got to know that's coming up. There's nowhere in the world. Shabbat Shalom, Mr. Blacktastic. Putin said, let there be dark. And you got to know he's going to react that way. Now, why would he? I mean, let people think that's petty, but you can't cut off people Netflix, man. Nah, what was it? They cut off it wasn't even, it was stuff that you can do without. You know what I mean? They cut off stuff. It was crazy. But you can't do without that energy, man. I just think that it was a play because you got to destroy it all so you can build it back up, right? Oh, yeah, the crime rate. Yeah, that crime rate over there probably going to get crazy. But everything furthest away from the equator is cold. You know what I mean? Like Canada and, even over there, it gets real cold over there, man. It gets real cold. It gets real cold. Man, so I want to show this other video. I'm trying to read y'all comments and talk to y'all. I'm going to show this other video too, but about China, man, it was, like I said, it's real wild. And it's a matter of time before joints hit over this way. Okay. And then I'm going to read these scriptures to it.
Since we're discussing economies, how can we not talk about China, the world's second largest economy? How are they faring? They're plunged into darkness, quite literally. Let me show you some pictures from Shanghai. This is the famous Shanghai skyline, a symbol of a developed China. It has now been forced to switch off the lights because China is facing a power crunch. So much so that officials have issued orders to ration power supply. And they're going to great lengths to save electricity. I have some more photographs for you. This is an office in China's Sichuan province. It looks like a sweatshop. Only the computers are running here. The employees are working without any lights, air conditioners, or even fans. I wonder if there's a ban on charging their mobile phones too. Then we have this picture. Giant blocks of ice have replaced air conditioners in this office. Again, this is from China's Sichuan. Last week, this province ordered power cuts for just 6 days. Now that order has been extended to 11 days. So perhaps offices in Sichuan will need more ice because they're not getting any electricity anytime soon. China is facing its longest and most severe drought in a long time. 66 rivers in 34 provinces have dried up. Rainfall is down by 60%. And remember, China depends heavily on hydropower for its electricity. 90% of China's power supply needs extensive water resources. So when there's no water, there can be no electricity. China is famous for the Lassan Buddha statue. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In the year 2020, these riverbanks witnessed a flood. There was so much water, it reached the toes of the statue. And now look at this. This is what the Lassan Buddha looks like today. The riverbanks near the statue have completely dried up. Over 5 million people are affected by the drought and power cuts in China. And there's no short-term relief in sight. These natural disasters are hitting the Chinese economy, and their impact is expected to be as bad, if not worse, than the Wuhan virus pandemic. There's a sharp rise in factory shutdowns in China. Last week, 39 factories were closed. The week before that, almost 20 factories had to close their operations. So the numbers have more than doubled. And we don't know if the shutdown is temporary or permanent. Either way, these disruptions will hit the Chinese economy hard. The property crisis has already pushed China towards a recession. Everyone is feeling the impact. Here's a headline that's been doing the rounds. The rich are selling their Rolex watches, and also on sale are luxury bags from Hermes. China has a major market for second-hand luxury goods. Suddenly, it is witnessing a lot of activity. The rich and wealthy are going to the sellers in droves. There is excess supply. The sellers have been forced to cut prices. It's simple economics. Supply is more than demand, so lower prices. So if you're into luxury goods, you could say that this is a silver lining in the dark cloud that is the Chinese economy. But here's a question. Why are the rich selling their luxury goods? Why are they selling their Rolex watches and their bags? To raise quick cash. That's according to one report, and it makes sense. In an unstable economy, cash is king. If the rich are struggling in China, you can only imagine what the middle class is going through. Beijing may not have formally declared a recession. Perhaps it never will. But the people of China say they already feel it. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get...
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What I need to get to China so I can get a Rolex. What? What he said? What I need to get to China so I can get a Rolex. Yeah, man. They're selling their luxury goods, man. They saying cash is king. But I don't know, because October the 1st, have y'all heard that even what's the name of the Starbucks is only no cash. It's one of many stores going to do no cash starting October 1st. And then you got to use a card only. So, man, that's crazy, man. And it said 5 million people are affected over there, man, because it got billions of people, man. And 5 million people down bad. 60% drought. And so, you know, when you get your energy off of those dams and you need the water to push the machines to give you energy, man, oh man. I don't know. And I think some of them EU companies, European Union countries gonna turn, man, and side with Russia. They're like, look here, man, we gotta get this energy back on. And y'all ain't coming fast as we think. That is insane, man. I ain't never heard tell of such thing. Sheila Rochelle, shalom. You can put your the link to your video in there. I seen it. It's very, very powerful, very blessed. Yeah, man. I just order out of chaos. Exactly. So I think they're trying to tank the whole thing, you know, to try to get a global reset. You know, sometimes when your computer freeze, you got to just turn that whole boy off, unplug it, all that, and reset it. You know what I mean? And so it was bad, but I think you can make things worse so you can crash it. You feel me? If you tell the people with the train strike, nah, we ain't paying you. I'm like, we ain't finna drive these trains across this country then. Now what you got? You got a train strike, the goods ain't coming. Or you make the truckers mad. Goods ain't coming. Or you tell the farmers, man, get rid of your crops. Or whatever. Or sanction their crops. Then food ain't coming. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you don't unload the barges because you're saying it's a shortage or whatever, those goods are not coming from overseas. And so it's a ripple effect. It affects everything. You can't just do somebody bad. It's by design. It's really, I really think it's by design. And that's interesting too, Mr. Black Taxi. When the descendants of Magog flex, they can cut off lights on 2 continents. Man, you said a mouthful with that one. You definitely said a mouthful with that one. Yeah, we're headed for a cashless society. Even some of the stores last year, there was like you got to have correct change. Well, because some like it was weird because some stores is like our swipe machine down. You got to be taking cash only. You got to have direct change. You know what I'm saying? And then, so if something costs $1.40 and you only got 50 cents, run that dime. That's our dime. You know what I mean? And then other places like, we ain't taking no cash. We need card. You feel what I'm saying? But one thing is like this. If you got, and they had a monopoly. Remember they had a monopoly where you could use cards. I don't know if you ever seen that. Put a one in the chat if you've seen that Monopoly where you can use cards instead of playing with the little fake yellow and pink and green dollars. They had a machine. You put it and you use your card, And I just think about like when they do the social credit score, when they reset it and get the real deal social credit score going on, and you link to the computer by bank or I don't know, Bitcoin or Swipe or Tap or whatever, then you can earn so many social credit score points, or you can lose so many social credit score points. You ain't up to date up on your jab. That's not far-fetched, right? People think this is conspiracy theory talk. You ain't up to date on your jabs, man. You're finna lose some social credit score points. Or if it's all electronic and the money go out, the electricity go out, you can't pay at the pump. You can't swipe your card to get food. You get what I'm saying? And then you'll be able to monitor every transaction. But that's not what this show is about. I'm tripping. But y'all, I'm looking at the chat, and that's what we're talking about. You get to monitor every transaction. Think about that, right? You know everything they buy, everything they like, and all of a sudden your news and your social media feed, everything that you like, coupons for it. If you go to Lane Bryant or whatever, now you scroll and you get a coupon for 10% off Lane Bryant. How they know? Because not only did you type it in, because they're doing it now if you Google search or if you've been on the internet, but you go to these stores, you swipe everywhere. Every dime will be accounted for, right? So that's interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Yeah. Ruhama's in the building. Blessings. We got to come back up there. They got a soul food restaurant in Wisconsin that's cold-blooded, man. We went up there. Man, they have some good food up there. And they got a Jamaican restaurant up there. But that's not what we're talking about. Y'all get me out court. Okay, so 5 million people affected by it. Germany, France, Italy, Spain. Crazy. Woo-wee. So I read this about gross darkness, Isaiah 60 and Exodus 10. I had to go to Exodus 10 about the plague. Very interesting read. I'm not trying to make it fit, but it's just a very interesting read because I thought about gross darkness. I thought about just lights out and dark. I think about stuff like that. The EMP, right? Well, and different things like that. When they have like the EMP, they tell, they got an electromagnetic pulse, EMP and all that. And that's a lot of people that's on life machines and they got to have, they oxygen. And so not having supplies, not having, who's trying to call me? They know I'm live and they're calling me. Maybe they don't know I'm live. But oxygen machines and different things like that, man, it'll really affect people. It'll really affect people. What'd you say, Mr. Black Tass? He said, don't bother asking Joe about his Europe trip. He won't even remember by the time he get on Air Force. Yeah, that's by design too, man. It's just crazy, man. So it's just like it's common. A lot of the common sense things, they're not even making common sense moves, man. It don't make sense. You feel me? About that law? If that law is into effect, the Illinois law in effect, you know what I mean? If that's really like that, man, it's going to be chaos. And so you need to bring in your order out of chaos, and that's crazy, man. So I'm gonna read this Isaiah. No, I'm gonna read Exodus first. I got Exodus pulled up. So I don't like the way that is. Hold on. Hey, what's wrong with my thing? I guess that's cool. So this remind me of the plagues in Exodus, and this was the second to the last plague. The plague that was the locust plague that, and there was locusts everywhere, right? And then Pharaoh was like, you know what? Tell the Most High we sorry, get rid of these locusts. And then Moses did so, and then Most High sent a strong wind, killed all the locusts, and then it said but the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go. Right? he hardened their hearts so he would not let them go. I'm not in the chat number, so I'm gonna come back to the chat in 5 minutes. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. So that's some real darkness. You ever be in a pitch black room and feel like something not holding you, but touching you? You know what I mean? It's thick, that it may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in the land of Egypt for 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. That right there is interesting. That right there is amazing. The children of Israel had light in their dwelling, right? And I even parallel that to a spiritual terms, right? The children of Israel are supposed to be salt and what? And light, right? And so we got darkness, we got gross darkness. We're accepting the ways of this world. We're accepting the ways of the fallen angels. We pursuing the fallen angel knowledge. When I say we, I'm talking about humanity, those who are not in the beloved of the Most High. And so we got this darkness, and the love of many shall wax cold, and it shall got wax cold, and it shall get darker and darker, and it's supposed to be just crazy. You know, you see nation against nation, wars and rumors of war, people rising up against each other, people going crazy, right? Road rage turned to full-fledged gunplay, you know what I mean? And it's just wild, right? So it said, but Israel had light in their dwelling. So we need that tells us we need to keep the light. We need to keep the light of the Most High in our dwelling. Shabbat Shalom, Calvin Address. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Rachel S. Shabbat Shalom. Blessings to you. So we need to keep that light, guys, for real. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye, serve the Most High. Only let the flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moshe said, thus thou must also give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Most High. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be a hoof left behind, for therefore we must take and serve the Most High, and we know not with what we must serve the Most High until he come thither. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. So basically, he was basically saying, man, y'all can go, man, but leave y'all cattle, man. We leave y'all cattle. It's like, no, we need these animals so we can sacrifice unto the Most High. We need them. So he's like, get out my face. Pharaoh, paraphrase. Pharaoh said, get out my face. Don't ever come back here. And Pharaoh said to him, get thee from me. Take heed to thyself. See my face no more. For if that day I see your face, you shall die. Like, look, you come back in here again, you're going to die. Now, Pharaoh is besides himself. Water turning to blood, flies, frogs, locusts, just all kind of stuff happening. This was the second to the last plague before the smiting of the firstborn of everything in this house. And Moshe said that thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face no more. So at that point, it's looking like, man, we down bad right here. Most High, man, we down real bad right here. We gonna need your help. So then that's when that last plague came. But it says the Most High hardened his heart. Put in Isaiah 60 real quick. It said the Most High hardened his heart. I'm gonna read this Isaiah 60 because it's real, real good. But I think that's very, very interesting. It said, I'm trying to read y'all chat. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm gonna read them in a second. It said it was gross darkness, thick darkness that you can feel for 3 days, but not in Israel. I think that's very, very amazing. But not in Israel. Okay? So Isaiah 60, I pulled it up. Let's pull it up. I don't like that. Man, some of these windows, I guess that window's okay. Rise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Most High is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. So what did you think that mean? What does that mean? Gross darkness to people on the inward parts, right? The legion, the spirits, gross darkness to people, right? Callous heart, cold hearted, right? It's just gonna be worse than what it is now, and it's getting worse. And they having less sympathy and empathy towards humanity, towards each other. Right there, survival of the fittest mode. We in a mode where it's just people just angry with each other for no reason, right? Clout chasing, got ego, we got pride, right? We got pettiness, we got all kind of stuff going on. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness to people. But the Most High shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So in the midst of darkness, right? Gross darkness, right? Pitch blackness, you know, his light gonna be shined. So I'm telling you, even right now, you might be outnumbered, be not weary and well doing, right? Continue to shine your light. Continue to live by the love of the Most High, right? Continue to live because it's gonna shine. It's gonna stand out. That light of the Most High will stand out in this end times. It's gonna be so rare, and it's a famine. And before it get to a natural famine of food, a shortage, it's literally what it is. It's a shortage of the word of the Most High, right? Trying to progress into the age of Aquarius or this new age, right? Or this, they're trying to get away from the things of the Most High, with the global reset and stuff. So, but you can't have peace without the Sar Shalom. You can't have peace without the Prince of Peace, Yahushua HaMashiach. We know that. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Most High shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Verse 3 of Isaiah 60. And Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. So it has to get dark. It has to get dark for the nations to say, man, we down bad over here, man. How y'all got lights on, man? Right? Now, right now, like let's just say, for instance, I always think about this. Not to pause. Just think about they hit an EMP over here. We down bad, right? Right? The whole blocks. You live in wherever you live at. If you don't live out in the sticks, like in the woods or some blocks, you stay in a residential area, whether it be suburbs, urban, whatever. Everybody down bad. It's everybody dark, and in one house, it's lights on. Now, the natural folk gonna go survival of the fittest mode, and like knock on your door, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on here? If y'all got lights, y'all also probably got some food in here. For those who didn't prepare, who didn't store water, who didn't store food, and then if you got a generator, that mug all loud, right? Somebody gonna be covered in real quick. Just think about that scenario. A lot of our video games, Rust and Fallout and Fortnite, right? You come down, everybody start up the same. Everybody got a pickaxe, and I'm going to a video game. Then whoever get the resources, what? And whoever come together, they the ones who are on top. Who get the high-powered weapons and get the bandages and get the medicine and stuff like that. And if y'all playing teams, then those are people on top. Now, I never played it, but I'm looking on my son's shoulder and as they play it, and I see it. Everything tore up, everything just desolate, right? And then when you get to whoever get to these resources first, they got a better heads up. All right, but anyway, I'm going to get back to the scripture. So we had Isaiah 6. So the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thine eyes around about thee and see. All they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons shall come from afar off, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Okay. 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of Gentiles shall come unto thee. I want to go down to 10. I got it in my word. Oh, 9. No, wait. Yeah, 9. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from afar off, their silver, their gold with them. What say black taxes, the Rolexes, unto the name of the Most High thy God, and the Lord, and the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. So you go from down bad, byword, scum of the earth, last man, to the glory of the Most High shine upon you, if you in right standards and you and with him and part of his kingdom. To be last shall be first. And thy son and the sons of strangers. Who is that? The sons of strangers. My internet. All of a sudden they want to act up. The sons of strangers shall build up the walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I have smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy upon thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men shall bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles. So the Gentiles are going to bring you Air Force Ones. You're going to get forces. No, I don't mean that. I'm being silly. They ain't going to bring you forces. Okay, and men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation of the king that will not serve thee shall perish. Wow, that's heavy. And those nations shall be utterly wasted. That is crazy. So it makes me think about that, from trash to treasure. Nicole Marie Shalom. I got to go back and read these comments later. I know Black Tax probably lighting it up here. Okay, yeah, from trash to treasure, just like that. People they don't really see that. And it's not just about Israel. It's about the Mashiach. It's about his return. It's about being salt and light in the earth. It's not about us being spoiled brats saying, we the people, right? And then we're not showing the character or the love of the Most High, right? In the midst, we always take the high road, right? If somebody clowning us and doubting us, we supposed to. It's easier said than done. Because if you in the flesh and cats get the clowning and your ego get in the way, then you can take the lesser road. You can go low like them, right? Or you can be in right standards with him, right standards and as unto the Most High, and operate like the Most High, right? He had 12 legions of angels at his disposal, right? But he just like they say, he was a sheep led to the slaughter, right? He didn't justify himself. He made himself of no reputation. Right? He didn't say a mumbling word. Yahushua said, if I don't die, you don't live. If I don't die, you don't live. If I don't shed my blood, you do not live. Period, point blank. Every day, all day. That's how it go. Right? So it's more than just Camp 4. What's up, Jay? Blessings to you, brother. So it's more than just we the people, to whom much is given, much is required. Because that being the people and not following his ways, we supposed to lead by example, right? And I know it's easy to say, man, we got to make these scriptures fit. So we're just gonna teach a replacement theology that Israel done away with. Now, if Israel, when y'all be redeemed, y'all got to come on to the church. But those who are the saints, those who are the quarter Shem, those who are the called out ones, they come together, right? But the wild olive branch is grafted in. You don't bear the root, but the root bear deep, as it says in Romans 9, 10, 11. But we're not going to that. But whom too much is given, much is required. We got scattered to the four corners of the earth, right? But when it comes to the regalness, everybody want to be Israel, right? Well, this, that, and the other, Well, I'm like, well, hold on. Why you want to be Israel? I thought it don't matter. It don't matter who's royal. It don't matter who's who, right? We can't tell who's who. You got some people, we can't tell who's in, and other people like, well, we, British Israelism, not to get on that, and all these other different offshoots. Like, well, man, when it's time to lead, right, and wear the crown, right, everybody want to be Israel. But then when that cross comes, it's like you can have your cross. Hey, man, so let me go into these scriptures. Let me go into these this chat, man, and see what's going on. Blessings to all of y'all. Notice that sound go off randomly, so I have to leave on and off. Oh, so Ninja Firewolf, my sound is going in and out. Hopefully that ain't my mic. It should be plugged up. If this mic ever go out, it goes to the default mic on the computer. It might sound more airy or whatever. So I don't know if is that what you was meaning. But yeah, from trash to treasure. Amen. And it's not about us. But actually, just read Isaiah 60 on Thursday and Psalm of 62. Yeah, please read Exodus. Go ahead and read all that Exodus 10 and 11. I was going to get into that 11 today. But I'm like, no, that's a whole other show. And then Isaiah 43, that's a whole other different show too. And I want to stay focused on the darkness and that gross darkness. It just reminded me of it, right? When he talked about that. I don't think about Fortnite like that. I didn't think about Fortnite like that. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the games is dysfunctional, post-apocalypse games and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of them like that. And I was just like, man, why is everything, the scenarios, everything, car on the side on fire, everything is just crazy and chaotic, and everybody's scrambling. You know what I mean? And then the whole Mad Max and Beyond Thunderdome movies. You think about that, and then these vigilantes come together, and these little pirates, these little band of thieves come together, and they come on one accord to cause havoc or whatever. And it's lawlessness upon lawlessness because there's no law enforcement, right? If it's chaotic, they're not finna be sitting up, at the police station. They outnumbered, right? And they try to make them feel bad now, you know what I mean, and say that's why we with the police. We stand with the police. And it's like, well, who was against the police? We ain't against the police. We just against the, getting mollywops, and don't nobody got to answer for it. Get mollywop and go home and eat a sandwich. We go home. We got to put our loved ones on the T-shirt, and that's it. So, yeah, let's see what Calvin Andrews said right here. Let's not be weary in doing what is right, for after a while we shall receive a harvest, a blessing. Right, absolutely right. He said the meek shall inherit the earth. You know what I mean? And so the method they're getting right now, the new model, what's mine is mine, what's yours is mine, is not working. It's just not working, right? Big bank take little bank, big gun take little gun. You throwing a spear, but I got gunpowder, and all that you got, that's mine, right? We'll give you a school, and we'll send our missionaries over there, but we need all your resources. And it's just that mine is mine, yours is mine don't really work. It's offset, right? Some nations got nuclear heads, other nations don't. Why? Why everybody nuclear heads, right? Right? Because the ones who don't have nuclear heads, like, we'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. And I'm not for war, but I'm saying it's the same scenario even with the weapons. Ban these weapons, because look what's happening. We'll just take care of you. Get rid of all your weapons and just call the police when something go down. Man, they climbing through my window, man. And I done threw all the forks out my drawer, and y'all ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying? I done threw the George Foreman at him. I done threw Mr. Black Tax's air fryer at him and everything. Y'all ain't here yet. I'm gonna get done. By the time you get there, I'm gonna be tied up or worse. Feel me? And that's the same thing with the nukes. Like, okay, you know what? Y'all NATO, y'all down with NATO? Yeah. All right, we're going to need y'all resources, and we're going to take care of with the nukes. You know what I mean? Then it's like, we ain't coming up in there, but here goes some weapons. So when you do that, when the United States, we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. We down bad, and send all that money over there to the Ukraine. I'm like, wow, that's terrible. You send all that money over to the Ukraine, but they ain't got no bread to hook us up. But that's all right, because we are created to worship, and I really believe any man buy it. They said no man shall buy you. Any man come to our rescue, any woman, any organization, right? The Democrats came to our rescue. The Republicans came to our rescue. And if you're a Democrat, Republican, I'm not ragging on you. I'm just saying, any organization, a Messiah raised up, come to our rescue, we will worship that, right? That's why he like, look, I'm the Mashiach, right? Malk did some things, Martin did some things, Garvey did some things, Fred Hampton did some things, but they're not me. So you need to wait on me. and know that vengeance is mine. And you got to trust me and trust my timing. And I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna do what I need to do. Right? Ah, yeah, yeah. My new glasses. I had to get my new glasses on, so I can read the scriptures. They bifocals. I can read the board and I can still look too. Yeah. Blessings to y'all. Blessings. Let me see. Cause I'm missing all of the chat because I'm going off, rambling on. Oh, okay. I sound clear. I don't know. Enosh Ben Israel. Shalom. Blessings to you. Nathan Retta. I think that might be Retta. Nathan Retta. Blessings to you. All right. Cam 2 in the building. I'll be tripping. I'll be like, that's Sister Shonda's kinfolk right there. Cam 2. What's going on? Kathleen. Not my air fryer. Take the microwave instead. Hey, if I ain't got nothing, it's like, man, me throw it. Grab Mr. Black Texas air fryer. Bing, he's still coming. Like, sorry, y'all, you be down bad now because they through the window now. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, man. We gotta be working. We gotta be work smarter, not harder, and be wise, man. And I'm telling you, did you see what the scripture said? It was gross darkness, so dark you can feel it. But in Goshen, they had lights on. Right now, I don't know if it might be kind of dangerous to do that now. Let's say if it's EMP hit, everybody down bad, food, no lights. They ain't been doing none of that stuff, right? They trying to sell their Rolexes. I might want no Rolex. I don't want no I want a turkey leg. You know what I'm saying? The size of the state fair. I don't want no Rolex. What I'm gonna do with that? Right? At that point, now it's survival of the fittest mode. And it's like, it's gonna go down. You got generators going, you got smoke coming from your grills, you got solar panels. Man, you got it going on. We finna do Psalms 83. We gonna conspire and come get your stuff. And that's just what it is, right? And that's a lot of time, but they don't tell us what's going on. They be like, you can trust us, everything all right. Then they get up their camera and they be at home like, man, it's jacked up. They know it's jacked up, but they can't tell you that because the masses is really in control. And the masses will go crazy. And that little line of police with them little clear shields, if the masses come together, and I'm not saying do storm the Capitol stuff. The only thing can storm the Capitol. We can't do nothing like that. We'll get toe up. Remember that one group? I don't know what happened to that brother. Not giving F militia or whatever. He was down in Louisville or something and shot in the air or something. But it was like, oh, that was one of our FBI agents on the rooftop, and they took him in. Whatever happened to that group? You know what I'm talking about? Not giving the care. Mr. Black Tax, the air fryer king. Man, y'all crazy. So whatever, I don't know what happened. I don't know whatever happened to him, man. But you know, it's crazy, man. But it's not. See, we don't even think like that. Civil War and all this different stuff, man. We ain't ready, man. We don't think like that. We need the Most High to help us. We making TikTok videos and eating hot chips, man. We ain't. You know what I'm saying? Who better, LeBron or Steph? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying we don't get down. Some of us are, crazy going on. You know what I mean? But for the most part, we don't think like that. And I'm not trying to make some people saints and some people sinners. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying for the most part, from what I've experienced. And I've come from communities that they're down bad. One pair of shoes down bad. You feel me? Most of y'all on here, y'all know what the hood is like. Down bad. And it ain't like that. Nicole Marie, let's see what she said right here. I got faith like Gideon. The Most High destroyed Gideon enemy without any swords, and they had lamps and a shout. And it confused the enemy and destroyed. Man, that's powerful. That story is powerful, man. We got to remember that. We got to bring that back to the remembrance, right? And I think that's why they try to bring the offense of the way that it's taught, or they try to make it a fairy tale, or they try to make it, you know what I mean? You know what? Get away from that book. That's white man's religion. And get your offense and get you off your post, and trusting in the Most High. That's our weapon. If you look all throughout Scripture, man, they was going up against kings and kingdoms and tribes that was strong, mighty, powerful, outnumbered them. Sound like today, don't it? Best of the best when it comes to weapon, arson, the best of the best, and they still lose. You don't think them nations talk like, man, look, we had them outnumbered. They had these old sticks. They start praising, and the earth just opened up and half the army died. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but these are not fairy tales. These are accounts of things that really happened, right? This is a history book, right? The history book of the Most High and his people, and the grafted in people too. 2 turkey legs in the bottle of water for 1 Rolex. See what I'm saying, man? Man, hey, I don't need no. I don't even know what time it is because it ain't gonna mean nothing. I ain't gonna have everybody gonna be looking for the basics: water, food, shelter, right? Back to the basics: water, food, shelter, right? You know, stay out the elements if you're in a cold area, or if it's raining, or if it's hot. Protect your family. Got locked up. Yeah, my man's got locked up. Yeah. What's his name? I think they call him Brother Jay. No, that's X-Clan. Hold on. All right, let me chill out, man. Y'all gonna have me on some other stuff. Josiah Ben Yehuda, Divine Seed. Oh, Grandmaster J. I knew I was close. Grandmaster J, not effing around crew. Thank you, NFAC. And this Army of Brothers, if y'all don't know about him, Army of Brothers, man, a lot of them ex-military, whatever. And they was like, man, we tired of getting done. Man, so they got some, high assault weapons, but they wasn't vigilantes, though. They was just people standing up to bullies, right? They weren't terrorists, domestic terrorists, like some people call them. They were just like, man, we tired of getting done. We tired of the Breonna Taylor stuff. You know what I mean? Going on. And so they just assembled. And all their guns was legit, counted for, registered. And it was just a threat. If you had 5 of them, it's a threat. It was how many was it? If y'all know how many, I know it was more than 30 cats, right? He used to come on here and everything. He used to come on the YouTube. It was crazy, man. I was like, wow, this brother's angry for real. But not Brother J. Brother J is X-Clan. Not my hot chips. Oh, yeah, they still got him in jail. They just lock him up, and you can, lock him up because he wasn't like, I know that's FBI up there. I'm going to shoot up there. It shot in the direction, right? Because they more of a threat because they ain't just talking about it. They mobilize it, right? If you go from talking to mobilizing, they be tripping, right? Because they don't want what happened to us to happen to them. We ain't even thinking about that. For the majority, we ain't thinking about that. We making videos about Little Mermaid and all that. We just different, man. We ain't tripping like that. John Smith, the Book of Jasher. Yep. Also, the story of Jehoshaphat, man. Look, these history stories we need to, absolutely. Oh, my brother is in the building. What? Shalom, Pastor Lucius Rogers down there in Atlanta. He's about to start a church, U-Movement Church. That's my brother, man. Shalom, man. You know what I'm saying? We used to get it in up here. We used to do campaigns and canvassing for the Most High up here. It's been about 10 years now. He used to be my radio show host with me, WGVE 88.7 FM, WGVE. Man, that was the good days. And yeah, set up. Yep. Oh, news break. Ninja Firewolf, I gotta see what's up with that. Men and women. Are you talking about the NFAC? Yeah, they have men and women. Yep, they sure did. They sure did. Brother Lou, Maccabees. Look, they used to say, man, you need to stay away from them other books. You got 66. You ain't even memorized the 66. And you go into the book of Enoch and the book of Maccabees, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, we won't read those books. But the book of Maccabees, it give us clear understanding of what was going on during the Greece times and Alexander the Great and assimilation of culture. And it just talked about so much. As a matter of fact, me and Brother Lou I think that was last year, we was reading that first book of Maccabees. We're going to get back on that. But it's like, man, there's so much details, right? A lot of those books, it helps understand even things that was missing in Genesis. It's like, what? What's going on? You read some of them books, you be like, oh, we get it. We understand what's going on now. We understand what's going on now when you read the other books. Yehuda means praise. You're right. They sent the praisers before the soldiers in battle. We got to get back to praise the Most High with one voice and one sound. Nicole Marie is on fire. She burning my channel up. She is straight burning my channel up. You has never lied when you said that. That's what we're supposed to do. And right now, we the gifts and talents are without repentance, so that gift is still in us. And then we like, a lot of people, they leave and they're like, okay, well, we ain't singing for the Most High no more because we need to get our CD in Walmart. Well, not CDs no more. That was a thing coming up, but that was a big thing to try to make noise in the street, sell your stuff out the trunk when we used to do music. And then Universal or one of them will give you a distribution deal, and then you put your CDs. And I don't know why I keep saying Walmart, but if you get your CD put at Walmart and the record stores and get played on the radio, then you was doing it. But of course, they got streaming and stuff now. It's different. But that was out the trunk model from E40, a No Limit Soldier, and Too Short. I know I'm dating myself, and I know that. But I'm just saying that's what what we try to do. Make a lot of noise in the street, sell so many units, and then try to get that universal distribution deal. But anyway, yeah, Judah means praise. I said that to say this. We're going to get off in a second. Judah means praise. The gift of talents are without repentance. We got the most sought after music to hate you but love your culture. Can't stand you, but love your culture. Right? And then look at some of the names. We can go on and on. The whole Motown sound, like I said the other night. The whole Motown sound. Right? Whitney, rest in peace. Right? Michael, Prince, Stevie, Boys to Men. I mean, it's just on and on and on. I know these are, but I'm saying that music is coveted around the world, right? It is so coveted around the world. The culture coveted around the world, right? Bling bling. That became everybody know what bling bling mean from the Juvie and all of them, right? In 99, it came out, or 99 or 2000 came out with bling bling. Now that means get your shine on, get your diamonds, you bling it, right? Cultural words, all these different things, these inventions, and this, that's why Judah is a nation builders, man. They be building nations, man. That's what they got to have you hostage straight building nations. So, oh, wait a minute. He didn't shoot up in the air. He just pointed the scope to see. Oh, so back to that NFAC, brother. Jam Master J. Was it not Jam Master J? That's DMC. I'm just gonna say J, right? Lieutenant J, because he was in the military or whatever. So he did right. He didn't shoot up in the air. He pointed his the guy who was talking about NFAC. He went to jail. He pointed his scope up to see what was going on. Well, you don't know who's friend, who's foe, right? You don't know, man. You don't know who's friend and who's foe. So you can be shooting at the police. It's like, oh, you trying to kill the police. Oh, you trying to point your gun at the police. You going to jail. And it's like, no, man, we out here bad and we trying to figure it out. Trump said if they lock him up, there will be another January 6th. Now that right there, I don't know. I seen an assembly today. Man, we done did 4 different shows. But anyway, I'm gonna say cover these few things. But I seen today these guys on the corner of a main street, like on 30 in Colorado. Y'all in Northwest Indiana. Y'all know where that's at. Some of y'all don't. And they had Trump 2020, 2023, 2024, whatever. And they had a flag, and they had a We Support the Police flag, and they had a Confederate flag on the side of the bus. Like, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought that war was over. 1, 2, that's the South, right? We up north, and they still flying that. They fly that flag right up here in the north. So I was just confused, man. I was gonna go over there and ask some questions. You know me, I was gonna go get some content, get some video footage, but I'm like, man, that flag, Confederate flag, might mean don't come over here and leave us alone. But they're going Trump 2020. I don't know who they're gonna get Trump 45 to go with, because Pence then threw him under the bus. He's trying to save his career, so he ain't back on the ticket with him. So I don't know who they're supposed to get. I guess they're supposed to get the Santos or whatever. But he still got a lot of the evangelical support. So I don't know, man. See, what happened with 45 was he believed the hype. That's my opinion with him. That's a whole nother show. You know, because he wasn't following the script. That's the reason why he didn't get his full 8. And he started believing the hype, and he started getting more powerful because he's not really Democrat or Republican, but he couldn't go independent party. So he hijacked the Republican Party, took some evangelical, make it seem like it was a righteous cause. Boom, got in there, right? But he started talking crazy, and they loved it at first. Then it was like, because you know, every 4 years or 8 years or less, if you get impeached, they roll out the different presidents and vice presidents. But those senators and House of Representatives, they've been there 30, 40 years, man. They still got deals on the table where they got sidewalk deals and construction coming. So they like, look here, we finna throw this man under the bus, right? I was like, y'all ain't really with him. He didn't really know the game. So he was talking crazy. He thought he was on Apprentice show somewhere, and they like, boy, or a WWE. Remember he was on WWE? They're like, man, look, we'll turn on you, bro. We're seeing you praise it, and then next you know we're a straight turn. And he had to learn the hard way. He went, licked his wounds. They like, look, now we need you to ABC XYZ. But I don't know. He might be done. He might be done. He might be. They might not bring him back. But I don't think we're ready for, because they be dogging Kamala out. You know, she's. You know, I don't think they're ready for no woman president. They be dogging, you know, people like that out. You know. So I don't know, man. This is real wild. They're really trying to go. They're really trying to shift the power away from America. America's been super powerful for years, man. When you trade on the oil, the petrodollar is backed by, it's backed by the dollar. And look it up. China and Russia and other people like, look, we're gonna trade oil. We ain't gonna use the dollar to trade our oil, right? It's so they're trying to get away from the dollar and try to crash the dollar, right? Hyperinflation, clowning, and then try to get a one world currency, and then be like, you know what, we need to break up this. Let's break up the superpower stuff. After the rubble, everything tore up, order out of chaos. Let's just get a one world. Let's just all come together and get a one world government, you know. And we're not gonna say my religion is better than your religion. We're gonna work together. That's why we got little things like interfaith. You know what I mean? So let's just all come together. We got one world police. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna bully nobody. And so it's gonna sound utopia. It's gonna sound like utopia, right? But remember, I told you, you can't have a peace without the Sar Shalom. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It's gonna be a fake peace, and then it's just they're gonna clown. But appreciate the culture, all aspects. We even started hockey. I heard something like that about hockey, but I don't know. I gotta look into that. That's crazy. Shalom family. Faithful sister and Yah, listening while at work in between calls. Be careful. They're going to be like, what you listening to? Coming to the office, faithful sister and Yah. Well, they're going to call you faithful sister and Yah, but don't get called to the offices. He got so much time. Oh, he got 19 years? So he got 19 years for pointing a weapon on at the building. He don't know who scoped up there, right? You don't know. We don't know an FBI. There could be anybody up there and be like, you know what? Or it could be a vigilante. You can go up there, right? Let Deathstroke up there. Like, can I go up? Go ahead, Deathstroke. We cool. You on the same team. Dang. That's why Dwight folk do all the time pointing guns and knives at the popo. Ooh, you're right. Yeah, I don't want to get started with that one because I'm like, look, man, going crazy and taking the weapons and running around the car and shooting at them and going crazy and taking into custody and stop and go get a sandwich before you go into custody. I'm like, wow. And you got somebody playing with a stick in the park and running away from you and get shot down and say you got fear for your life. I'm like, man, they play crazy. This place crazy. Sundown acting. Yeah, they still got that. Whenever there's a problem with saying, look, we need to get rid of the lynching. We need to pass this lynching bill so it'll be illegal or you get prosecuted if you hang people. And you got to think about it. Why? Why do you have to think about that? That should be a no-brainer. Oh, yeah, we different. It's different. We different. Yeah. No, if you get caught hanging somebody, this going to happen to you. They had a problem with that. Look that up. I'm not making this stuff up. Look that up. I am not making this stuff up. Seen shed a lot of light on the sex trafficking. Yeah, Trump seen to shed a lot of light. But see, this is the whole thing. He don't understand. He acting like he don't understand old money. He a billionaire, whatever. I'm telling you, pride mess you up. He believe the hype. And they like, we gonna back him and he's gonna drain the cesspool in Washington. Man, them people been sitting in Washington. You ain't finna mess their money up. You'll be gone before you mess their money up. You better go across the street, hold this Bible up, and do anything we tell you to do, or it's on and pop, right? So I don't know how people. I mean, they can be hopeful and say, "Man, he's the only way out." But I said, "Hold on, you're supposed to be Mashiach. Mashiach supposed to be your only way out, right? Not this guy. You can't make this guy the Mashiach because he's speaking your language. He is not the Mashiach. He messed up, and those January 6 folks got away with murder. I was tripping when they stormed the Capitol. I'm like, that might be another stage. But even if it was stage, they should have said, all right, y'all need to, you got to go home. Even the shaman dude, like, man, you know what? He got to eat a certain diet because he's a shaman. What? A certain diet? Man, you getting this biscuit and these beans, bro, and this fruit cocktail like everybody else. They ain't getting no certain diet. You in jail, right? I just like, these folk crazy, man. Like, I don't understand it, man. I can see the video if I get your email. Started in the 1800s, all 4 black hockey leagues. Oh, it's probably on YouTube too. Yeah, I ain't saying I didn't believe it. Right, we was kicking the ice cube, and then one day we just like hockey. No, I don't know. Yeah, send that to me, man. The email should be the email is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We are persecuted at work anyway. They know who we are. Oh, that's funny. So is slavery still in the books in your state? For right now, they are. They did work on a bill down in Indiana to get rid of the critical race theory. They're like, nope, we ain't teaching our kids that. You got to get of course the core 40, six credits of that is social studies. You finna get a full history of of all what we do. George Washington fighting everybody with a butcher knife, and Thomas Jefferson army crawling into the room, and I'm just like, man, what? They did what? And then he sat up and made the light bulb, and Ben Franklin. I'm just like, man, look. I said, what was we doing? Oh, y'all was slaves. Like, that's all we were. Yeah, y'all was slaves. But we was, one man, he had a butcher knife. Yeah. A pocket knife. He fought off all of the redcoats. Like, dang. So you come with that critical race thing, it's gonna be like, actually, this is what really happened. And they don't want they don't want their legacy to be jacked up. Feel me? They don't want their legacy to be jacked up. Right? What's your last thought of me? Like when y'all say Bill Cosby, they did jack his legacy up. And I'm not, condoning rape and all of that and being drugged is terrible. And I'm not saying that don't happen. But I'm saying it went from Fat Albert in the game and Cliff Huxtable to like, you know what? Just a dirty old man. And then had all these people came out of the woodwork saying, me too, and me too, and me too. Like, dang, y'all all got brave together. Everybody coming there on walkers and stuff. Like, man, it's crazy. But anyway, I'm not saying that I don't believe them, but I'm just like, wow, everybody got, real brave at the end. So I'm just saying, people they don't want to mess their legacy up. They're like, nah, man. No, we straight. We George Washington, yep, just put him on a quarter and all of that. Kind of got mad at Lincoln. But no, they still teach slavery. And then we get Frederick Douglass and we get Martin Luther King. That's crazy. When he was alive, they hated MLK. And then when he died, give him a big old monument and stuff. So it was crazy. Yeah, they still teaching it. But that CRT, critical race theory, is a no-no in Indiana. They don't play that. And they got the constitutional carry because it's a red state. So you don't have that, because if you get a permit, it's either 5 years or you can get a lifetime, right? So they just got it you don't need a permit now to carry in Indiana. It's just like, but you just got to know the laws, because you can't get into no shootout at the gas station, because which is, I'm thinking that's what they want to haul you off to jail. So you got to know your laws. If it took Biden 2 weeks to pass the Asian hate bill. Ooh, see, we going into a fourth show, man. Don't do this. I'm trying to log off, man. Yeah, real quick. It's what I call selective empathy, right? Selective empathy. When you empathize towards one group, but tell another group to get over it, right? And that's the reason why I was saying we can't have a hard heart. Right? Because we have a hard heart, we're not going to be able to hear the still small voice of the Ruach. And it's by design to give us a hard heart. When they're like, man, get over slavery. But then every time 9/11 happened, they like, man, you got to remember this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I feel you. But until y'all tell me what happened to Building 7, I ain't getting, I mean, that's sad. Nobody, man, woman, child, that's terrible. Y'all tearing up stuff. I ain't gonna get into that because they're gonna block the show. But anyway, the pride, absolutely. Yeah, that Asian hate bill came real quick, and I don't wish that on nobody. But it's again, no man shall buy you. I would fear and tremble. I told my wife the other day, like, man, you think you're in right standards the Most High, and it's like you just can do whatever you want. No, man. We all got to be held accountable, right? You can't steal, kill, and destroy, because that ain't the way of the Most High. The Most High has a certain way, and so we all got to line up. To whom much is given, much is required. See us, we got scattered all over. We got identity taken from us. We got all kind of stuff. So in order to get back, we got to get back in right standards and then repent and keep it moving, right? We have to. Like Kennedy, whose light he supposedly stood for. Yeah, that is the email right there. Y'all email me. Thanks, Roma. y'all email me and we get some stuff going. Summer have some classes coming out too, as far as a grow culture, agriculture, doing it for the culture. We're doing it for a grow culture. We're bringing that back so we can be able to grow and have food and grow mammoth sunflowers and all kind of stuff. That's gonna bring a lot of sunflowers out of that one head. And so, but one more thing. Let's see before we get on up out of here. They didn't celebrate 9/11 because of Elizabeth's death. Accountability. Amen. Yeah, selective empathy. Exactly what it is. But every time we bring it up, it's like it's not the time. It's not the time. It's a key time because we pointing it out. You know what I mean? When 9/11 roll around, we gonna point it out. You get over it, and then next you know, the Rev 29s. We gonna read Schindler's List. We gonna read Anne Frank. We gonna remember that Holocaust. We gonna remember it, right? And I just said Holocaust. That might mess the show up, but we gonna remember that. Again, I seen the videos. Terrible. That should happen to no man, woman, and child. I seen the tall, high pile of shoes. I seen them throwing bodies in the ditch. I ain't saying I'm not making light of that. Oh, yeah, Elephant Man. 050. That's a 050. Elephant Man 050 at Gmail. All right. A grow culture. It's like agriculture, but it's called a grow culture. And I'm getting the 501. C3 to it's gonna be education, seeing what's going on with that. I was trying to do a partnership with a brother, man. He just went crazy, he flaked out. I'm like, dang, all right, well, praise the Lord. So let's see. Blessings, Brew Queen. Shalom. Shalom. I know it's gonna go this long. See, that's what happens. I have one thing, and then we get to chewing the fat, chopping it up. Getting exposed for sexual harassment. Let's see. For about the Bill Cosby. I think that thing with Cosby was to take the light off the black killings that was going on at the same time. All the Hollywood and mainstream people were getting exposed for sexual harassment. Yeah. That Epstein and all of that. And they got videos and emails and names. They like Epstein was just gone. And then it's just that list is gone, because it's probably some heavy hitters on that list. So the same thing you did to Bill, you want to do to all of them, right? R. Kelly up, throw away the key. And I seen a meme talking about Woody Allen and Elvis. They both had young wives like Aaliyah's age or whatever, and nothing to say. They just still a king, nothing but a hound dog. And it's like, ooh. But anyway. They're gonna say my show race bait, so I'm gonna chill out on that. I'm gonna chill out on that because I know I'm gonna get some interesting emails probably. But Elephant Man Podcast Network, Kevin Gard, the legacy already jacks. Shout out, what's going on, brother? I think I said it right. Gerard. I think I put a J like Kevin Gerard. Yep, because it got the 2 R's. Illinois went from far left, allow everything in Illinois school. You already know. Check out that show if you ain't seen it yet. You ain't seen it. Dang, where's my box for that at? Oh. Legal Lawlessness, the Safety Act. And they had some people for it and some people against it. But if you let folk out on bail because of the offense, it's just going to be crazy. And they shipping people up there, and it's okay, but it's just wow. They were shipping a lot of people Venezuela and had a pregnant lady in flip-flops. I'm like, a pregnant lady in flip-flops walked all the way from Venezuela? That's a bad mama jamma. For real. You know what I'm saying? But then what happened? I hate to make it about race, but then what happened? What happened? When the Haitians came across there, they got whooped back over to the island. Get your tail back over there. Get on back. Get on back. We need to have some buses of Haitians going different places, right? Do a deal with them. Like, look here, man, you're gonna be working. You're gonna get some. I mean, if you want to stay, you got to do something. Do a deal with them. You know what I'm saying? They like cool. They don't care about minimum wage. Matter of fact, how much is minimum wage? Different place. Minimum wage would be a come up. They're like, shoot, we can stay and this, that, and the other. Fresh water. Because even if you think about our homeless who is down bad, they can still come up. They can go rags to riches tomorrow in this situation, or they can go to McDonald's, get your fresh water. You can go to another store, use the restroom. You can get enough money, get you a hotel, take your whole shower. Some folk ain't got fresh running water, and it's just down bad for real. So even our poor, our homeless, I should say, not poor, can make it come up. I just think it's a mindset. So I still pray for our homeless people, for real. Okay, so all right, that's they gave 30, R. Kelly 30. Yeah, man, that's crazy. They gave Kelly 30. Yeah, they even shipped him to the VP's house, right? So when the governor got those refugees, they shipped some to Chicago, some to DC, some to NYC, right? And I don't know why some of the people was acting upset when they pulled up, like they didn't know that they was coming. Like, what? A bus full of Venezuelans? What y'all doing? Man, and like I told you, it's a little town called Dixmoor, Illinois. On the last show, excuse me, Dixmoor, Illinois. They had some problems with their water. If you send them there, now you under the gun to come up with that $20 million to fix their water problem, because you can't send them to a place that's that bad water, right? But there's like, nope, we ain't got it. Like, well, what's that check? They check payable to Ukraine. Oh man, this place wild, man. Then you pointed out, and then you took your eyes off Jesus and all that, and no, I ain't take my eyes off nobody. I'm just calling out the inevitable, right? He even going like, yeah, right, okay. So, Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations, delivering elephants in the room. I should just start a live and we can just talk instead of having the main prayers for Mississippi. Yes. Jackson, Mississippi. And I forgot that Jackson was the capital of Mississippi, but it's predominantly so-called African American. It's 84%, I think they said 84% black. So I'm like, man, you gotta have your capital together. You gotta have your capital together. But it's a town a little bit outside of Jackson that the affluent people live in, and the governor and all of them, right? So they're not affected, of course, for flood come, but I'm saying they're not affected by the bad water in Jackson. But you should really, 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 really want your capital city. You should want your capital, your state capital to be together, man. That's just jacked up. They probably got some good food down in the SIP too. They only support the city of Chicago, not the rest of Illinois. Yeah. I don't know why they couldn't stay in Texas. Texas is big. Texas, they got, yeah, they're still depending on water bottles. I forgot how much it costs to fix the water problem in Mississippi, but everything is affected. The pressure, the clean water, the backup, you know what I'm saying? All of that. It's beyond boiling water. It's they got to dig up the pipes, right? And so instead of sending weapons to Ukraine and money over to occupied Israel, man, take care of Flint, take care of Flossmoor, take care of Mississippi, right? Right? You just a free fall. It's lawlessness. right? It's a reprobate mindset, right? And putting 45 back in office is not gonna fix it, right? It's immorality. It's an internal problem, right? It's more problems than the mermaid casting the black person for a mermaid. It's a big problem. It's a problem way bigger than that. We got so many fish to fry than worrying about what color is the Little Mermaid. Man, you don't know what it's gonna be like. What's supposed to come out in May? You don't know what this place is gonna look like and be like in May. That movie might not even hit the doggone screen. Shalom, blessings to you, Angela Bowden. Shalom. Ninja 5. Oh man, Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations dealing with elephants in the room. Thank y'all for stopping by. I will be starting some classes online as far as for the grow culture, and I will get my 501c3 up. And so you don't have to stay in the area to be a part of the board. And so we're looking for. I mean, it's not going to take a lot of your time, but I'm putting that out there right now ahead of time before I put it out. As far as I'm looking for some board members to help out and to help legislate it. And then you could probably get some things going on in your state or your community. But I'm looking for board members, not just here where I stay at, but we'll meet a majority of the time via Zoom if you're not in the area. And we get some things done, man. We mobilize and get some things done. So if you interested or know somebody who may be interested in being a board member for a grow culture, email me. Email is below. Email me, and we need doctors, lawyers, we need mothers, daughters, sisters, brothers. We need everybody. Come on. You don't have to have a green thumb. So you might say, "Man, I kill a plan. I'm not even good, but I'm good at accounting, or I know a lawyer." Or I know how to write grants. Perfect. Come on aboard. We'll make sure you're together. Should do a live panel. Just chew the fat. Yeah, I do. I should. Because when I come on and I'm like, gross darkness. Did anybody watch it? 30 minutes in, we talking about water and Dixmoor and everything else. But that's just basically based off the chat, the talking in the chat. You know what I mean? And we're going to open it up, too. I might do that. Probably next week. And just open it up, put my link in there. Come on in here. We just chat. But, yeah, I'm going to get my board together. If you know somebody who write grants, right, or who nutrition, definitely somebody in nutrition. Definitely going to do something on that because I ordered a book. Oh, let me see. Ordered this book right here. It's dope. Lost Remedies book. And it goes over, it got pictures and everything in there. It is serious. Wait a minute, is it projecting? Yeah, it's projecting. And it got the different, like a lot of the common weeds and things that we just walk past. They got medicinal purposes and they got health purposes. And so I'm just looking at this book right now. It's called, come on, Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, Healing Power of Plant Medicine, right? And so it's good. So I got the digital copy, and then they're sending me a physical copy. But it's talking about everything in there. Lamb's quarter, right? You see this weed, quote unquote weed. It's edible. It tell you about digestive. It tell you about pain relieving, harvested, give you a warning if there's something going on with it, right? We see this plant, this grow, you walk past it. Flus and colds and general illnesses. It's just, then they tell you the medicinal purposes of lavender and so on and so forth. So, man, we trying to get it in. I ordered a caramel sundae yesterday. Hey, I ain't there. I had one of them iced coffees and stuff like that today. So I'm working on it too. But my desire is to get it together. You know what I mean? Natural sweetener. Yes, nutrition. We need to talk about food and water resources. Absolutely. Right? Or to turn the rain barrel into drinking water. right? They got different ways how to do that. Right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna drop the link. Probably gonna do Tuesday. And we're gonna get in here, we're gonna chew the fat, we're gonna have a few little topics, but we're gonna chew the fat. All right. Blessings to y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations with Elephants in the Room. And Shabbat Shalom. I'm out. Perfect.